Welcome back, guys. Hope you like the new setup, guys. Obviously, moving up in the crypto YouTube world. Now, first and foremost, I just want to talk to you guys as if like we're talking about general topics that we get a basic understanding, but also a nuance understanding of where to go down the rabbit hole, right? So I'm gonna pretend as if the people watching the channel they absolutely know nothing about what it is that we're talking about. They're only fixated on the price, which isn't a bad spot to be at, considering we're talking about a coin that's over 700% up. All right, so in this video, let's give an overview. That way I don't get too much sidetracked. And I can give you a basic understanding of where Zcash is currently at, where we're going, and how to avoid the fear mongering that is going around all over the internet right now, with Zcash being 700% up for the year. It's up over 570% up for the 5 year. It's one of the best performing coins. Actually, let me think about it. It is the best performing coin of 2025, which is just like a week ago, right? All right, so let's catch you up there. Now, obviously, um, we need to get you to understand exactly kind of the back history briefly. Because if you don't understand the back history, you won't understand where we're currently at with Zcash price under about 400 US dollars. So, um, I'm going to pretend you don't know anything about crypto. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe you want to skip the video. If you do want to skip the video, I think that Zcash price is only going to go up from here. If we retract if we retract another 20, 30%, so be it. I'm not afraid. I'm not scared. In fact, I would say that it would only propel a future higher price. All right. But I'm going to pretend for a minute here that you don't know anything about crypto and that I need to catch you up. I don't want to be too straightforward, but we need to make sure that you understand what's going on here. All right. So with Zcash, it's a mineable, decentralized, privacy-based token. It's a community-driven project. It's created by MIT. It's one of the only coins that I know of that's been created by MIT. It's been around for going on a decade now here. It's got a cap supply just like Bitcoin. It's got the same cap supply of 21 million coins. Also, it's mineable, right? Meaning that there's an immense amount of infrastructure built behind this particular coin that obviously it requires energy, which requires money. It requires mining rigs to produce an algorithm to mine the block to get a block reward, which then you can sell on a DEX or a centralized exchange for profits or hold. There's a lot of different mechanisms behind this particular coin that if you read the news and why people are trying to tell you that the dev team is quitting, Electric Coin Company, Zcash's main dev team is quitting. They're trying to get you to like sell your tokens as if this is like just some Ethereum token created on a as like an ERC20 token or something like a token contract, and we're calling it a cryptocurrency. Zcash is by definition a probably one of the most legitimate cryptocurrencies out there, and I'll be the first one to tell you, most cryptocurrencies are scams. All right, Zcash is not a scam. So, um, basically, where we're at here with this Zcash price under $400, which a lot of people are wondering, that's why they're watching the video. Basically, in the beginning with Zcash, the difference between Zcash and Bitcoin, other than the fact that it offers a privacy function and allows you to privatize your transactions where nobody in the world can take your money, no government, no entity, no basically anybody that can take your coins, your ability to spend those coins on the blockchain. That's one little aspect of Zcash that you can read about. But the recent FUD that's becoming kind of apparent on Twitter X and all that, and I'm not over there, so feel free to repost the video. And shout outs to Legend of SoFlo um, on the channel for letting me know that my video got 4,000 views. We're not even on Twitter X. So basically, what all this means is that the whole idea that Zcash ECC, which is the Electric Coin Company development team, is apparently quitting, which it's not. They're not really quitting. They're being forced to quit based on the bootstrap nonprofit organization, which is basically the treasury involved with controlling the funds for various grant programs through the Zcash community grants page, which I'm actually going to put in there, as well as a link to the article to kind of follow up and reiterate some of the things that we've been talking about. So basically, in the beginning with Zcash, you have a block reward similar to Bitcoin, which is think of like a warehouse full of computers running an algorithm to produce basically tons of computers turned on, sucking electricity out of the earth to basically solve a math problem to generate a block reward if they get successful in generating a block reward. And for the case of Bitcoin, it diminishes every 4 years based on halving events. Zcash is the exact same. So basically, Zcash has those attributes of Bitcoin. The difference is between the miners receiving that block reward and Zcash is that Zcash actually takes 20% of that block reward and is divvied up into a couple different areas. It's about 7 or 8% to the Zcash Community Grants Program, which is a program that I've actually applied for. Wasn't successful in that. But basically, you can, if you want to contribute to Zcash, you can vet a proposal to basically improve some aspect of the Zcash protocol. And people on the hierarchy of the Zcash uh, bootstrap nonprofit organization will review that, and basically you'll be, you can either be approved or denied based on if they come to an agreement or whatnot. And basically those grants become realities, right? Like I want to create a new feature on this so and so wallet, so I apply for a grant. They either approve or deny it, and it goes down that route. Now, secondly, the 20% of that block reward that would go towards the miners. Remember all those computers we were talking about in those warehouses in China and the United States and Kazakhstan and all the other those warehouses full of computers where you hear, oh, Bitcoin. Same thing with Zcash, right? It's the same concept, but the difference is that block reward, that 20% is, I think it's like 7 or 8% goes to that Zcash Foundation that we just talked about. There's another 7 or 8% that goes to a company called the Electric Coin Company, and that's kind of where this whole thing has kind of spazzed out of control, and people are freaking out because the developers over there decided that they were going to quit, but it's not really quitting. They're being forced to quit because their vision isn't in line with getting any more money from what currently is no longer a thing. And let me explain. So basically, in the past, Zcash had a 20% of that block reward go towards these different things: the Zcash Community Grants Program, the Electric Coin Company, and it was basically like a direct deposit. Like the miner mines a block, 20% of that block gets vetted to a multi-sig wallet, meaning they have to do nothing. The money literally just goes there based on the way the cryptocurrency is set up fundamentally, as the crypto software propagates that block reward as if it were going to a miner. That 20% goes to the vested parties of the community grants program, the Electric Coin Company, and there's one other thing that it goes to as well, but it's a smaller percentage of it. But that was how it was. Okay, like let's just be clear here. That's just how it was, and that's why a lot of people were having the misconception of like where we're currently at. So that's like what it was, right? That's that 20% divvied up into that pie that we just talked about that goes towards the Zcash Community Grants Program, as well as the Electric Coin Company, which was, I believe, founded by Zuku Wilcox. It was like literally the Zcash project became about from MIT, which you guys know is, in the worlds of research and cryptocurrencies. Like, there's no other coin that was like created in this fashion. So there's all that. Now, kind of like moving forward, since November 2024, I think it's the EU7 upgrade that currently happened on Zcash. There's actually another upgrade that just took place this past November 2025, as Zcash rallied to upwards of almost 750 US dollars plus, somewhere around there, over 1,200% up for that price point. So what happened was, and what changed was, there was this thing that changed in the protocol, which was based on a treasury lockbox, which basically, in a nutshell, what it was it dissolved Electric Coin Company from getting this direct deposit from the miners, right? Those computers in a warehouse generating the block reward, and that them keeping 80% of that block reward if they're successful in mining a block, which is an allotted amount of Zcash based on a 4-year timestamp of diminishing block rewards, keeping it Zcash deflationary. What it means is that the Electric Coin Company is no longer getting directly paid by the Zcash protocol, by the computer software that we're all invested in, being Zcash holders. So therefore, that is gone, right? From what I'm understanding, and again, drop it in the comments if we're like off on some of this stuff, right? It's gone. Electric Coin Company is no longer getting directly paid. So now they're going to have to go through the same process that I went through to try to get a grant for what it is that the hierarchy of the bootstrap company is able to come to a conclusion that Zcash grants are valid for, right? So basically the dilemma, and what I want to post here on the screen is a dilemma between the former CEO of Electric Coin Company, and I had something on here on my phone here, and I'm going to also drop the link so you can read up on it so you guys have an idea of like where we're going. But like Electric Coin Company, the people invested, or the people that are the Electric Coin Company, which is Josh Swihart, which is like the CEO of it. But they're not like going anywhere, right? They're not going anywhere. In fact, they're creating a new company that is still going to contribute to Zcash, right? As you know, Zcash is an open source computer software. Anybody can contribute to Zcash. You guys can look it up yourself. You guys can go to GitHub. It's similar to Bitcoin. Anybody can like contribute to the Zcash computer software technology. It's essentially what it is. And these guys aren't going anywhere. I'm going to throw the tweet up of the actual CEO himself tweeting today that they're not going anywhere. They're literally just creating a new company. So what this means is, guys, and what it sums up to is don't fucking panic. I'm not panicking. I'm not panicking. Zcash is up 700% for the year. It's up 580% for the 5-year period. And basically, you remember that 20% we were talking about earlier on in this video? Now 12% of the block reward is going to a protocol upgrade that was established somewhere in 2025, I think it was November, of a lockbox mechanism. Now, hear me out very clearly on this. 8% is going to the Zcash community grants program. That is, I believe, 1 year extended since that upgrade. So basically, in the future, I don't know if Zcash is going to be paying somewhat similar to in the stock investment world a dividend, but what this does mean is that the 12% of the block reward is literally going into a lockbox mechanism based on the computer code through the transactions moving around from the block reward into a lockbox mechanism. And at a future date, Zcash holders are going to be able to vet their proposal, vet their Zcash to vote on what happens to that pool of money. Again, it could be a dividend of some sort. Again, I'm guessing here. I'm pulling a rabbit out of a hat here. It could be a dividend. It could be I don't know what it'll be, but that is where currently Zcash is at and why you should not panic. Electric Coin Company has been a huge contributor of Zcash technology. Literally up till this point, they created Zashi wallet that's created more shielded transactions in the Zcash network over the last really year, and they're only going to stay here. Their vision isn't in line with what people on the nonprofit organization of Bootstrap, which are basically the hierarchy of that allocated 20%. Well, now it's like 8%, but it's just not in line with that. So now they're going to have to go through, create a separate company to use the Zcash Community Grants Project to vote through GitHub and the community Zcash forum. They're going to have to vet their proposal, which I've done as well. Obviously, uh, I've vetted my own proposal to do marketing videos and things like that. So maybe I'll do another one of those. But basically, they're going to have to get approval from that those people that are part of Bootstrap and Zcash Foundation to get funding for future Zcash innovation projects and things like this. So again, drop it in the comments. I know you guys are panicking. You're reading Coin Bureau. You're going over there and hearing that guy with a British voice try to convince you he knows what he's talking about. But it's all lies, guys. The price of Zcash is going to continue to flourish. It's going to continue to go up. It's going to continue to be one of the best cryptocurrencies because it's already got the tech behind it. It's already got privatized transactions, and nobody can really turn that off, right? We know that as crypto people that nobody can, like the ECC community, the ECC, the Electric Coin Company, them leaving is not really, it's not really doing anything, right? It's causing the price to drop, what, 10, 15%? So what? It's up 700%. It's going to continue to go up. And we're going to continue to talk about it here on the internet because that's what we do here on the channel. So drop it in the comments. I want to get your feedback. Obviously, I'll drop the community, where to go to find this community information, and we'll go from there. All right. Talk to you soon. Take care.